Welcome to Gaming with Magus, and we have an impromptu. It was leaked. We will see. Nintendo Switch 2 reveal trailer. It literally just dropped a little bit ago. I'm gonna go ahead and react to it and get it out there, and we'll see what they have in store for us. Here we go. It's been 8 years. What you got for us, Nintendo? Let's go. Yeah, that's the Switch. Okay. Okay. It's evolving. Port on the top like we saw in the leaks. Oh, it's spot on, man. There's the handle. Kickstand. Bigger. Clearly got magnetic on the side. Yep, they're making it bigger. They gave it a super mushroom. Okay, it's actually colored. Not an LED. Okay, lights on the side. Alright. It's colored not just on the rail part, and the buttons are bigger. I saw that little hole. They're gonna talk about it. Obviously better Joy-Cons. They had to do it. Oh! What's this? Were they trying to show us? Is that a hint? Okay, there's an actual connector. Ooh, is that gonna be a problem? I mean, it should be fine. Nintendo Switch 2. Okay. Like the lighting. Okay. Is that a new marker or old marker? It's hard to tell. Okay, there's the dock. Okay. Showing off some of the top. Just like the original Switch, but you snap it together. Okay. 2025. Plays Nintendo exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games. Backwards compatibility. Some games not be fully compatible. Nintendo Switch Direct on 4/2/2025. Hands-on events around the world. Okay. Wow, that is literally it. Wow. Okay. Let me make sure it doesn't do anything else for me here. And what do I think? First of all, for the information you've shown, was it because your hand was forced? Or was it I mean, they could have showed that a lot sooner. Like, I don't understand the reason. Like, I understand they didn't show up before Christmas because they wanted to sell Switches through the holiday. Peace, fine. I mean, it's the 16th. They could have shown something a little sooner. I don't know the reasoning behind that. Having a direct that's gonna be on April the 2nd, that's way out there. So some of the leaks saying that it was gonna be um March, and what we were all thinking March is not obviously gonna happen. Is it really gonna release on the 2nd, or is it more of a trailer to tell you it's releasing later? Hard to say. I mean, if they're smart about it, they either shadow drop it or they'll drop it soon after. Because if you want to take advantage of people's tax returns, you can go on that. I do find it funny. They said they would reveal something about the Switch before the end of this quarter, but which is by March, they didn't. I don't know. They didn't really give you an actual date, right? They didn't really show any software. They didn't really talk about any of the hardware. Basically, they just made official what had been leaking. Okay. I do have concerns with the connectors on the side. Um, one from the perspective of, okay, it looks easy enough if you got to clean the pins. Is that going to hold up as much compared to the slide rails. Now, my guess is it should, as long as the connector is beefy enough. I mean, you have an indent, so snapping in the magnet should help, and the indentation is going to keep it from rocking too much, so you couldn't break the actual connector. My concern is someone trying to jam it in, with kids. I'm sure they've tested it out. I mean, they're not dumb. We'll see how that goes. Um, the fact that they showed both controllers going along on the tabletop, um, was that a hint of things to come that we thought maybe it was only the one, but maybe it's both? That would be very interesting. Different, obviously, gameplay you could do with that, but also different abilities. Um, as far as playing the old games, we kind of guessed that. Considering it's the same manufacturer, it's the same basic chip, but newer, more powerful, and so on and so forth. Though it seems like there might be some that don't. My guess it's because if there's any ones that were doing really weird stuff that was hard coded to the Switch, out of the box, they're covering bases. Maybe it doesn't work, but maybe they have to do like a software patch to make that work, which is not the end of the world, mind you, and understandable. But I have a feeling most should probably work. As far as anything else, they didn't talk about online. They didn't talk about the mysterious C button. We did get a hint that those rings around the Joy Cons, they were a little bit bigger than I thought, and they were not LEDs. So it adds a bit of color to it since the actual whole Joy-Con is not colored at the moment. I would not put it past them selling fully colored Joy-Cons at all. They didn't talk about the back buttons at all. Um, very, very sparse. I mean, it's this is in line with the way they were doing things with The Legend of Zelda. Is it going to play out for them? Mm, maybe. I think it all really comes down to price and software. And if they have the software in line that entice people to want to pick it up, if they really hit home that, hey, look, you can play these old games and they'll run better and everything else like that, or you can get better fidelity that just wasn't possible with the original one on your 4K TV. Um, that could be a selling point where they can move units. To be honest with you, they didn't talk about anything special about on Switch Online. It, this is very sparse. And the fact that we have to wait until April leads me to believe a couple of things. Either A, they're waiting for software to finish up, or they're starting to try to produce it in volume because it just finished and they need that extra amount of time. B, they seem to think that the dollar, the yen will be a little bit better, and so thus they can hit certain price points. That's the only thing I can think of at this point. Why that would be the case, or maybe it's already there and they need time to produce it. But I think they've been producing it for a while, so we'll have to wait and see how that goes in that regard. Um, other than that, thank you for joining us. If you want to see my other content, understand I stream Monday, Wednesday, Thursday at twitch.tv/Game with Megas. I also stream on YouTube, Rumble, and Kick at the same time. And of course, you should follow me on my social media, whether Facebook, Instagram, or X. That way, when unscheduled videos like this get dropped, you know about it. And of course, you can reach out to me via that to make suggestions on games you'd like to see me play in the future. Until next time, stay adventurous.